Welcome to the New York Outlook for Thursday, the 8th of February 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, we have one red folder news event. Ideally, this news event should be positive, negative for the USD to support our long trade ideas. However, a couple of things have changed on the charts and I'll explain them shortly. So whatever this news release is, there's potential to trade either direction and I'll go into that now. Just to quickly recap on what happened in the London session, as you can see towards the end of the London session in the London lull, we had this aggressive move downward, which actually triggered the entry I had set in the London Outlook, and we had a bit of a move up, but ultimately we came down and we actually took out the previous day low of the day, which wasn't ideal for us. And we now essentially sit in a situation as follows. Let's start with the 4-hour. What we can see is that price actually came and wicked this pullback phase OB chalk. While the pullback phase OB hasn't yet body broken, there is a number of pullback phase OBs that are in place based on the assumption that this pro-trend primary leg will begin forming as soon as we do body break this, essentially telling us that we can now trade to the short side. However, obviously in order for us to trade to the downside, this first needs to be validated. However, at the same time, because while price is coming down, we are tapping into these 4H OBs, we can actually make sense of long trades within this 4H OBs, because now that there is reason to trade to the short side, we can then develop secondary legs. However, we can't trade short until we wait for this 4H candle, which will close at 4 p.m. my time, so roughly 1 hour and 15 minutes time that is. So in terms of actually generating some secondary legs, we got this 4H OB to generate a secondary leg. As you can see on the 15 minute, everything to the left is clearly mitigated. Let's quickly have a look at the 5 minute, and I suspect it's likely similar, although we do have this 5 minute unmitigated chain right here. So this would be primary pullback phase, which is probably what price stepped into. So let's do this primary pullback phase, and I guess let's chat about what is our approach. So in terms of our approach for the New York session, I think my primary focus will still be on longs. However, what I will do is wait for this unemployment claims news to come out first. If it is negative for the USD, implying that GBPUSD should trade through the long side, I'll try and validate a secondary leg and then get in based on the London low of the day or New York low of the day. Obviously, that would be the play for long trades, or alternatively price can come lower down in New York, then create the New York low of the day, and then we can validate the New York low of the day, because we would have had negative USD news to support longs, and why the New York low of the day should hold in and around this area. In terms of taking short trades, I'd first wait for the 4H OB candle to close. Once this candle closes and validates the 4H primary pro-trend leg, I'll then assess based on the Asia high of the day and the low of the day, wherever it is, draw my fibs and see if I can get into a position, all while being cognizant of the fact that the daily range needs to make sense. So at the moment we've moved to the downside roughly, roughly 50 pips. So for February's daily range has been around 100 pips, so about 50% there. Obviously if we move to 70%, trying to catch a continuation short with a pure, with a fib this high up doesn't really make sense. And then obviously we have these 4H areas to consider for the pullback phase. Not only the 4H areas, but also the unmitigated primary pullback phase OBs that reside all along this area, both on the 15 and 5 minutes. So as you can see, we did interact with this OB, so that's just something to consider. But other than that, that's pretty much my outlook. There's reasons to long and short, with the open having reasons just for longing, and then Subsequent to the 4H candle closure, we can then assess if shorts make sense. Obviously, any trades we take in the New York session must be aligned to the thread folder news. Other than that, I hope you have a good New York session, and we'll chat again for the end of day review.